Thank you for your concern. On Facebook, I marked that I am safe. So for those of you who were on Facebook, you know that I'm fine. They used the best fire suppression methods available in that corner of the world. And as soon as they patted me down with the wet towels, I went to the local internet cafe and I marked myself safe in, well, some of you already know, McLeodganj, which is in Upper India. It's in the state of Himachal Pradesh, and it's like my favorite place in the world. It also goes by the name of Upper Dharamshala, or Dharamsala, and it's basically it's the seat of the Tibetan exile government. It's where the Dalai Lama is stationed, and that's the refuge, the capital refuge point for the Tibetan culture in exile since the late 50s. So anyways, you're probably wondering what I was doing there. I was meditating in a cave above the town, and I was walking to and from the town every day and getting supplies and putting them in my backpack, and I was up in a cave. And I have some friends in the town, because the town is really amazing, actually. You have this wonderful confluence of Tibetans and Indians and Westerners and Easterners and everybody, because everybody loves the Dalai Lama and Tibetan Buddhism. So they come there as if it were a pilgrimage, and they're all, milling about, just gingerly, tenderly in this town. It's really just kind of a glorified village in a way, and it manages to be very Indian and Tibetan and Western at the same time. So I went there, and I've been there a few times before, and I just came back. And I was there because I wanted to do a meditation retreat in a cave above the town. There's a special program for people who have reached a certain level of attainment in their meditation, and it's, I guess, best described as fire meditation. And so you, with your eyes closed, you can feel your entire body going up in flames. You can feel the flames coming out of your fingertips, out of your ears, through your nostrils like you're a dragon, out of your mouth, up through your toes, into your feet, through your ankles, your shins, calves, knees, thighs, crotch, your solar plexus, abdomen, chest, your neck, your arms, everything. You are literally on fire. Your body is on fire. And yet, you're not burning. So literally, in this meditation, you can look out, and you see flames everywhere. And you stay there. And you stay there for hours. And your whole body is burning like that Vietnamese monk, right? But obviously you're not disintegrating. So it's a fire of the subtle level, not the gross physical. And yet you can see it. You can feel it. It's total heat. But the difference is, there's not a consciousness that is separate from the heat and screaming out in agony at the existence of the heat and the burning of the incinerated flesh. Because in the fire meditation, you are that heat. You are that fire. And of course, because that's the existence of one's consciousness on the subtle plane, which I'll even become more technical and say it's the causal, which is beyond the subtle. The subtle is intuitions, feelings, emotions, thoughts, all the subtle dimensions of human consciousness. And then the causal is that kind of infinite peace and reservoir of radiance and bliss and being. It's like the bass note of existence. So as you're abiding in that causal realization and doing the fire meditation, the entire subtle body goes up in flames and burns the gross body, but the gross body is completely unaffected because it's a subtle fire. And so there I was, and of course I was in that flame for hours. And on a superficial level, and this is actually superficial, which is mind-blowing, but on a superficial level what you're doing is you're burning all the karmas that keep you connected to the manifest realm, right? Everything that keeps you anchored, all the grab, that's being incinerated. It's like a crematorium for karma. But that's just the beginning. Because what happens as a result of this meditation is that you simply realize your identity as fire itself. And from the perspective of fire meditation, there in the Himalayas, the fire is actually what is the animating principle of everything that arises. And everything that is arising is fire. It's kind of like Heraclitus, the pre-Socratic philosopher. I like to say that actually Socrates was a post-Heraclitus philosopher. Anyways, now you may wonder what it is about realizing the subtle body as fire and how that actually affects my existence, your existence, anybody's existence. So what I would say to you is, if you want to understand that, just because you're curious, then you would have to look at me and see the fire. Can you see it? I am on fire. Right? You see these flames eating my flesh, singeing my beard, cleaning out my ears. And you see this halo, this huge ball of fire flowing out of my neck right now in 1,000 different directions and illuminating every aspect of this manifest realm. Can you see that? I'm fine. They came in there with fire extinguishers, threw all these wet towels on me, right? If there were a sprinkler system above me, it would have been triggered and it would have doused me and made me normal again. But once you do the fire meditation, you're not normal. It's a very advanced kind of post-tantric technique that I just, learned about. And me and some other people are kind of pioneering it to the best of our ability. We meet up in the Himalayas once a year, and we take the fruits of our individual labors and we share perspectives, and we teach each other. Oh, how was your fire meditation? Well, my fire meditation was blank. Oh, mine was, and we get in a circle, and after we talk about it for like an hour and we exchange perspectives, then the whole circle lights up in fire, and we're all on fire. Of course, our skin is perfectly intact. There's no agony whatsoever. Right? And then, as we are all lit up in flames and realizing the fire that extends in all directions simultaneously, we vanish.